All right, so here we are, another chapter on power recruiting, and I want us to look at doing one-on-one presentations, or if you're bringing your sponsorship line, somebody from your sponsorship line with you, a two-on-one presentation. Now, if you've been following my training over 20-some years, you know I have definitely evolved on this. I was a big guy on one-on-ones for a long time. I did a lot of them, and then I became anti-one-on-ones for a long time. And the reason why, because it all goes back to, remember our first chapter we talked about, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. So what I found is that certain people, and I was one of them, became very good at doing one-on-one presentations. So good, in fact, that I could argue, convince, berate, just sell, close, whatever, anybody that I met. So I could do 20 one-on-ones and I would sponsor 19 or 20 out of the 20. Here was the problem. None of them could do the same thing. So I went from a guy who was a big proponent of one-on-ones or two-on-ones to somebody who was absolutely against them. And I stopped doing them, and I really stopped teaching my team how to do them. And I really wanted to get to a plug-and-play tool. So I'm big on DVDs and webcasts and webinars and things where you actually just take a prospect, put them in front of a presentation, so it's not about you. Think about what we talked about with third-party tools. It takes you out of the equation. It gets rid of any weaknesses you have. It doesn't allow your strengths to be used against you. So that was the same philosophy that got me away from doing one-on-ones and two-on-ones. Now, I'm back with them again, and this is why I'm doing a segment on it with you on this platform, because we have great plug-and-play third-party tools that you can use in a two-on-one and one-on-one. So here's the bottom line with all of this. If you're just this really compelling, great salesperson who can sit down and close pretty much anybody on anything, it's not going to serve you to do one-on-ones because you're going to bring a lot of people into the business, but they're not going to duplicate. But if you can set up a two-on-one, one-on-one presentation that's centered around a tool, could be a very old-fashioned flip chart like we used for many years. It could be a nice video a video presentation on an iPad or some kind of a tablet. That's great too. Then I think it's a very viable thing to get back into it. Now, so I like them, but I like them when you're using a tool. So if you have to review that chapter on third-party tools, do that. But if you want your two-on-ones and one-on-ones to not only work, but duplicate, then make sure a tool is part of the process. Only other things I'll tell you on this, and then we're going to get to the test, is do two-on-ones with people only until they're able to learn one-on-ones. Remember, the core rule of our profession is don't do anything for a team member that they're capable of doing themselves. Your job is to work yourself out of a job. So anytime we bring somebody new in the business, we coach them, mentor them, guide them, help them do some skill until they develop that skill set, and then we don't want to do that for them anymore. So do the two-on-ones for them until they're able to do one-on-ones. But the key with this is don't gang up on the prospect. Same thing. Let's say you're new and your sponsor is helping you and they're doing a two-on-one and they're going through the flip chart and they're showing the great products you have, and then don't be jumping in and saying, yeah, really, you should be buying these products because I got it. I took this product, I lost 87 pounds, or I took this product and it cured my spinal meningitis, or I used that service and it saved me $200 a month on my phone bill, and you got to use that. And then they get to the comp plan. Yeah, come on, you know how bad you need the money. This would be good. What's going to happen? You're going to cause that prospect to get defensive. Very important. If you're not able to do a one-on-one, and you've got a sponsor who is doing that for you, a two-on-one, let them do it. And they'll bring you in when they'd like you to. They'll probably say, and Mary's had a great experience with the compensation plan because she won a contest to get such and such. Mary, would you talk about that for a minute? Or Jimmy knows firsthand how great these products work. Jimmy, would you share your experience with using these products or services? And they'll bring you into it, okay? So allow them to do that. Or same thing when you're bringing along new people and you're doing it for them, coach them ahead of time. Hey, we don't want to gang up. We don't want to be beating up on the prospect and getting them defensive. We want to present the information and allow them to be drawn into the presentation. All goes back to something we said earlier. We're looking for people who are looking. If they're not looking, we're not looking for them. So forget all the closing and the manipulation and selling and all of that stuff. Focus on we're looking for people who are looking. Other thing I would tell you is that a three-way call is really another way to do a two-on-one, because a three-way call, again, if you're new or same thing, you're solid, you got some new people, they need some help, get on a three-way call with them. And that allows you to bring them through the learning process of learning how to do these one-on-ones by doing it with a three-way call. And same thing, you're new, you got a sponsor who lives 800 miles away, it doesn't matter. You can always get them on a three-way call with your sponsor or a Skype conference with your sponsor and get the same dynamic going. All right, let's check out the test.